Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Big Business. On this channel, I shall be sharing with you the content and make you understand in very easy ways with a lot of practical examples the content, the syllabus of class 12 business studies. I hope this will enhance your knowledge as well as understanding, remembering and analytical and high order thinking capacity to score 100%. You heard it right children, 100%. Now we move on to our next topic, the levels of management. See in this particular triangle you see in this particular figure, levels of management are mentioned here. There are different designations at different levels which we refer to. When we talk about the top management, that is the top part of this particular triangle, the chairman, board of directors, CEO, general manager. Generally, these are the designations which we use for the top level management. But when we talk about their functions, that what are the basic functions of a top management? What they have to do? What do they do? So definitely this top management has a very integral role to play to make some long-term organizational objectives. They make long-term planning how those organizational goals to be achieved and some broad policies related to different organizational operations. And definitely they also do prescribe what kind of structure will it be. Now, what will be the working of these middle level managers? This top management has to guide the middle management also. They have to give directions to different departments. So first you need to understand that in this particular triangle, the top crust of this particular triangle, there lies the top management. These are some of the common designations which you hear in different organizations. And at the middle level, managers, those who are heading the departments, they are there. The deputy managers, managers heading the departments. Then you can also some plant superintendent, assistant vice president, chief information officer, marketing manager, human resources manager, so different departments in it depends upon the organizational structure that what hierarchy is being formed by the top management, and accordingly those designations are being distributed, and likewise the job descriptions are being given. And the so because the middle management lies in the middle crust of this particular triangle. So you see, they are the link between the top management and the lower management. In some books, you will also see lower management or operative management, where these are the actually first line managers, supervisors, inspectors, section officers, and people those who are working. They are doing the actual execution work. Okay. Here, department heads, it depends upon they may be having 10 supervisors or under 10 supervisors, maybe 20 workers if it is a factory of any um, of any of any production. Like you see the example of graphite making industry of this particular. So it depends upon the size of the organization that, but generally, as you are being introduced to management, you should know that these are the designations which are being specified, and these are the three levels of management. If we talk about the supervisory, now if we talk about the working of middle management, we'll discuss in detail in the next slide as well. Here also you see these top managers and middle managers, these generally you must have heard this term earlier, white collar job. So what is white collar job? People those who are working as top managers or middle managers. And first line managers and non-management staff is always blue collar. So they are these are called blue collar jobs. So this is how you must have understood the levels of management in this particular triangle. I'm sharing with you the different designations. In the next style, more elaborately, we'll be discussing the what actually they do. The top management, the designations just now um, uh, we have referred to: Chief Executive Officer, President, Vice President, General Managers, Division Heads. So what do? They do strategic planning for 1 to 5 years, isn't it? So top, whenever we talk about top management, it is always focused that they do long-term planning, long-term decisions for the overall direction of the organization. The organization, why the top level management is very important, because they had to lay the plans and policies and guidelines for the whole organization. How will it work? What will be the organizational structure? What will be the hierarchy? Who is going to report to whom? What will be the designation? What will be the explain? What will be the job description? So these are the long term decisions for overall direction of the organization. Managers need to pay attention for the environment also. So you remember that social objective, that also the top management, what to be done to achieve the social objectives, that also is to be decided by the top management. Now when we talk about middle management, these are function managers, product line managers, or department managers. So top level management has given them the guidelines that these are the work and you have to do it. So what do? They do their 6 months, 6 to 24 months of planning, and at time to time, when you remember that flow diagram which I have shown, you are putting all the inputs into resources and trying to process it into a series of action through different functions, and then the outcome result will be your desired objectives or what objectives you are achieving. So this middle level management is very important because they try to implement those plans and policies which are being made by the top management. So they have, because they are the link between the top management and the operative level management. So they have to supervise, they have to coordinate with other managers. Say, at the same time, when there are different departments, so they need to coordinate also well with other. See, nobody in an organization, nobody can work in isolation. They need to have some coordination with other groups, or you can say other departments. So this is how they try to supervise and coordinate, and time to time they also do some tactical planning in the prescribed department wherever they are in. So this is the working of top management, and and first line management. There also team leaders are there, supervisors are being assigned. So under this first line management also, down the line there also you small teams exist over there as well. So this is how the complete organization works, by dividing the top management, middle management, and the first line management. These are only different terms. This third segment is always being referred to as the operative management. That is why I have shown you what comes in white collar jobs and what comes in blue collar jobs. So middle management is very important, has a very important role to play. It is the link between the top management and the first line management. So this is how we have learned that the levels of management, and what are the functions, what are, in terms of functions, what is their importance, what do they actually do, how does a management actually works through these levels of management. Now the next topic is, very briefly, every now and then in that process, management as a process also I have discussed a lot, that how these functions of management work and how they are interrelated to each other. Now we'll start with planning part. This is the first and foremost primary function of management, where where we are and where we want to go. So it cannot predict, but can definitely prepare some plan. Some planning part has to be done. Just now we were discussing that top level management does the complete planning of plans and policies and organizational goals. So this primary function is definitely more applicable to the top level. But definitely at middle level also, when they try to do their part of work, there also planning is required. Because see, management is everywhere in all the organizations. If you are doing an economic activity or non-economic activity, management has to be there. So for our in our daily lives also, as a student, we try to do planning. We plan out. Okay, this we have to do. If sometimes you want to um, go for a movie with your friends, then also that planning is there. So in every bit of action, where we are and where we want to go comes under planning. So the next function of management is organizing. Here the organized structure is being set कि कैसा स्ट्रक्चर होगा, हायरार्की क्या होगी, कौन डिपार्टमेंटल मैनेजर होगा, कौन उनके नीचे आएगा, हाउ मेनी पीपल आर बीइंग ग्रुप्ड इन वन पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स, उनको काम क्या करना है, व्हाट वर्क दे हैव टू डू. So assigning duties, grouping tasks, establishing authorities, then providing them proper environment, allocating resources, and then different type of organizations decide their structure. So in organizing, you try to make the organizational structure, the hierarchy, who is going to report to whom. Then you try to organize, allocate the resources, and then you assign the duties and you try to group, make departments. This is all what we do in organizing. Now, once planning has been done, according to that, the organizing part is done, bringing up all the resources and everything. Then we try to do staffing. The management has a very important role to play in staffing. Once we have decided the jobs, duties, assign कर ली, department बना दिए, अब इनका काम क्या होगा? काम क्या होगा प्लस यहाँ पे किसको रखना है. So that is finally they have to finalize the right person for the right job. Then if you are keeping people, so you remember two aspects, processes and people. Multidimensional management is all about work, managing people and managing operations. So this is how when we manage people, we always try to focus training and development and career planning, compensation, etc. Human resource function of management. Staffing is a human resource function of management, where time to time, after some time, who is going to be promoted or what incentives. It is a target. If it is a target based, then what incentives are to be shared. So all these things come under staffing. So we have planned out, we have organized our resources, we have put the right person for the right job, and then we try to do directing. Now we try to guide them. There are some leaders influencing and motivating employees. See, in organizations, when we talk about people, so these people in their teams should be feel motivated. Once you are motivated, um, your work speaks different words, isn't it? Your work speaks different dimensions, achievements. So this is how the four elements in directing are very important. You try to supervise, you try to lead, you communicate well with your subordinates, and you as an employee also you want to be in a very motivated team as well as feel motivated others also. So in directing, what is important? Leaders, leading teams, motivation, supervision, as well as good communication. See, communication also has a very major role to play. Once the things are being not communicated well, the people are not going to work properly. So this is very important function, that how you guide others. Sometimes what happens, you know something the other doesn't know. So you in a team, when you are working in group, it is not that you are prospering. Everyone should prosper. These are the qualities of a leader. You lead, and then and every member of that particular team is very important. Every member has to play an integral role in that particular department. So this is how directing is there. So once we are doing planning, organizing, staffing, directing, then how do we control the things? See, controlling is always associated with quality standards, either in terms of products or in terms of performances, whatever it may be. So once we make some controlling standards, this gives again, this leads again to planning. So this is how, see here, through the functions also you see that it is a continuous process. Management is a continuous process here. So monitoring performance towards attainment of goals, you have to establish some standards of performance, and then if those performance standards are not being achieved, then you need to take some corrective measures. Supposing if you take an example of a production unit, the 20,000 units to be produced in one particular month. So it has to achieve 20,000. If that target is not being achieved, only 15,000 units are being produced. So they are lacking behind with 500. So next time when they'll do some planning part, they will try to focus how to bridge that gap. Okay. So these controlling systems are very important because they try to judge your performance. They try to judge whether the achieve the targets which are being set are being achieved or not. So these can be in term of organizational goals. I have given you an example of production unit. I have given you an example. If supposing some product, it is into production of some, then quality standards of that particular product. So everything is related to, you try to make standards for people's performance also and for organizations performance also. So this is how the functions of management we have discussed, and in detail also in our syllabus. These are going to be separate units in which we'll be dealing um, intensively how the planning is being done, what is important, what type of plans are there, and so many other things. So in every each of the unit, you'll be studying in detail in planning, where are we and where we want to go. So these are the key terms which you should keep in mind. Organizing, assigning duties, grouping tasks, making organization structures, staffing, finding the right person for the right job, directing, you have to lead, you have to influence people, you have to motivate, and good communication skills to be imparted. And in controlling, we try to set the performance standards. So these are all the key terms on which you have to focus and you have to keep in mind, and while writing in your case studies also you need to mention these key terms, because once you are mentioning these you will be getting good marks. So this is how another topic we have completed, the functions of